So as you have all probably recently noticed, that I'm kind of doing a lot more of these voice note videos. I hope these are quite helpful for people. So today during the evening I had a call from somebody, and they were talking about a particular company, right? You know, something PGI Tech or something like this, like, you know, some fake thing. Now, it's quite funny. It was a very big coincidence that just I think it was a week or 2 weeks ago, I prepared some material. I done a whole bunch of research because somebody else actually came to visit me and asked me a question. He said, okay, there's this company, and this is when I first got to know about it. They said, what do you think about this particular company? Is it going to is it good or is it bad, or what is it, and this and that. Now, the particular company, they were like, you know, if you invest this much, then we give you 10% and whatnot. And I said to the guy, I said, dude, okay, let's just do some basic tests, right? So I got onto my laptop and I just showed him, basically, I said, look, let's do some background checks on this company and see what's going on. Because the funny thing is, if something is too good to be true, it usually is, right? So this particular company, they said that they're going to give like 10% on whatever investment you make. And I said, well, money doesn't grow on trees. And you know, I kind of proved to him that the company was completely fake. The company setup was fake, the company number was real, but everything else was fake. So anyway, today, this evening, I had a call from a guy, and he was like, dude, everything you mentioned was true. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, seems like the company founders have vanished. I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, they're vanished with approximately £12 million. So people nationally in the UK and apparently internationally, right? So kind of, you can technically say global, right? I'm not sure how many countries or whatnot. I don't have those details, but I did mention it was too good to be true. And I actually prepared a video of what they're trying to sell. And the video is titled, it's going to be premiering in a week or something, right? I'll probably forward that date now, because it's I said, look, avoid, this is a scam. Because obviously, if something's going to be brought to my attention, and if I see it being a scam, I'm obviously going to go dig around a little bit and try and warn everybody. So this company was, number one, claiming to be a cryptocurrency. It's not. It doesn't exist on any blockchain or anything like that. Complete fake. It claimed that it has an SEC thing in the US, so it's not a security. Again, fully fake document that they've put onto the on their website. However, if you do click the link, it does take you to SEC, right? That means that they did file a paper, but the paper is not saying approved or anything. It's just saying it's filed. Now, anybody, any Tom, Dick and Harry could file anything with the SEC if you want. It's very easy to do, right? It's quite funny. Anybody could submit a document and then upload the link to the document itself, right? But it doesn't necessarily mean SEC has approved it. So all of these things were fishy for me anyway. So I wanted to expose this company, and I was going to expose them next week. Unfortunately, I think it's time I expose them now. So what I'm going to do this voice note, and then I will probably tomorrow release that video, and you can see what kind of nonsense they were selling. They're selling some sort of a human growth coffee or some crap like that, right? But the fact is look, it's just scam, complete brainwashing people. People think they're investing in a real company who does an IPO, and apparently they're doing an IPO. A real cryptocurrency project doesn't do an IPO, number one. So they clearly went to some people who they can, are gullible people, and they just sold this particular thing, and they now literally ran off with £12 million. So a lot of the people in Luton, so I know I've got a few viewers who are from Luton, and I want to make sure that the message goes across, right? So I've, through my digging out, I actually found some connections who are involved, who have bought this particular thing and who have exited already, and they've said to me, they said, yeah, it looked like a scam, it was a scam. He goes, in the beginning it was okay, it was, they made some money. He goes, after they realized that they're not actually making money, and they're giving more money away to the company, they decided to take their money out and exit ASAP. So some of the guys that I know haven't lost anything, but unfortunately majority of the people will lose a lot of money or have lost a lot of money. And worst thing is, they don't even know that they just did a rug pull. So a lot of the people don't have any idea, the message has not spread, that this company PGI Tech has just done a rug pull, right? Literally, you know, completely vanished with people's money, and people are still promoting it, and people are still assuming their money is safe. You know, guys, you have to be careful. You know, we always say, like, you know, I always say to people, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. And nothing gives you free money. There is no such thing as free money. There's always something attached to it, right? So please do understand this. You know, this, you know, it smelled wrong, it looked wrong, everything about it was wrong, and I proved it to that person personally. And now it's proven to be wrong, not long after I spoke about it, and not long after I've put the video already on YouTube with the to premiere at a specific date. So I hope this word goes around, and I hope you guys could, if you're in Luton, just warn the people, because I know there's a lot of people in Luton, you know, very gullible. I feel bad because I have been promoting Bitcoin in Luton, and I have spoken to a few of those brothers, and I said back in the days, I said, guys, you know, you'd rather put £500-600 in Bitcoin, right, and just climb the wave, because you're always going to make money, and worst of all, your Bitcoin is your Bitcoin, it's not going anywhere. But very same people decided to invest that money into this particular scam company because they saw that it was going to give them 10% a week. Come on, who gives you 10% a week? Are you insane, right? There's nothing reality, like, you know, nothing exists like that. No one's going to give you, that's only they can do that if it's a bloody Ponzi. So I know today Ponzi has been coming around a lot. And sorry about the noise, guys, I'm just doing it while I'm driving because it just came to my head, and I thought, you know what, so I'm going to do a lot more of these videos. Actually, if it comes to my head, I'm just going to offload it, right? I don't care if it's a video, but most of the I'm just going to cover it and put it as a audio, so that way you can actually just listen to it, because there's no point me just coming in front of the camera and showing myself. But these are the kind of stuff you have to really kind of sometimes just open your mind and wonder. It's like, you know, is it possible that somebody could give you 10%? And are the promises, is there any evidence? So I was having a big debate with somebody today, and the debate was, the guy was like, well, how can you say everything's a scam? And I'm like, well, no, I don't say everything's a scam, but what I do say is, if somebody's saying that, you know, we're going to be investing in agriculture, well, at least you should be seeing some, you know, purchase of land or some agriculture or even some, you know, farming or whatnot. You should be able to see that, right? So that's number one. If somebody's saying we're doing some technology, you should be able to see that technology and then go in. And if somebody's saying they're doing an IPO, you should be able to see them in the stock market, right? You know, not based on false promises. Also, another thing to understand is any company that goes on the stock market, they won't come to retail investors. They're not going to have you invest into them before anything else, right? And keep that false promise. Oh, you are the ones who are basically buying this first, right? Of course, I promote front running, but front running in a fake IPO company, too good to be true, it just, you know, everything is wrong about it. So this is what I wanted to make you understand, that there's so many scams out there, you know, especially during a bull cycle. You get so many people coming in, so many, you know, bullshit. And another thing I hate, right, some of these promoters are men from the society, men from the culture, respectable people. You know what, I don't have any respect for you people anymore, because you have to sometimes understand that whatever you're promoting and whatever you're selling, does it have a long use case? Is it going to take people's money, right? So, you know, coming back to this particular guy, when I spoke to him today, you know, I said to him, I said, bro, listen, I'll tell you what, you know, and he does marketing and this and that. I said, look, forget what's happened, right? Because sometimes things are just out of your hand. You know, like for me, I'm a person who would constantly tell people to be cautious, to be careful. And also, if you do invest in anything, Doesn't matter. I mean, of course, I wouldn't know if something's a scam or something's real, right? But if you have put money in, as long as it's not asking you to sign up 5 other members or 2 other members or even 1 other member in order to get something, right? It's fine. But if it, at the moment it says, oh, you sign up and we'll give you another bonus if you bring somebody else in, well, that usually flags a problem. You know, I do promote stuff as well, but I do it and it's reasonable. For example, Coinbase, I promote them and they'll give me, I think it's about $7 or $8, right? It's nothing, right? But they will only give me that if you invest. So if you haven't, I don't get anything, right? That's one. There's another company, BlockFi. Yeah, I could get up to like 10-20 $20, but again, only if you invest. They don't give me anything if you sign up. They don't need anybody to sign up, right? So there are multiple other companies like this that I have links underneath on the bottom of my video descriptions, right? But the fact is all of them, you'll notice one thing in common is they're not giving you promises. They're not saying, oh, invest 100K with us and we're gonna double your money. No, they don't do that. So you need to understand that when you're buying certain assets, crypto, stocks, whatever, I'm trying to generalize this, right? You're buying the actual asset, you know, unless you're like, you know, talking about an ETF or something like this, that is paper money, right? That's just value on paper. There's nothing real there. Like when you buy gold on paper, it's the same thing. So hope you understand this, and remember, like for me, everything else is secondary, right? This is why I like crypto, and you know, even though I call all the pretty much every other altcoin a shitcoin, I do believe in half of them. It's true, I actually do believe in half of them, and I do hold them. It's not like I don't. I'm not a hypocrite. I just call them a shitcoin because they are a shitcoin, right? That's just my opinion. But when it comes to like Bitcoin and this and that, I do hold it. I believe in it a little bit more because it's the number one. And of course, you know, worst case scenario, say for example, I bought some Bitcoin today and you know, the price suddenly just dumped and it went down to a very low price and I lost say 50, 60, 70, 80% of my money. Well, it's not, everything's not over because I still have the asset, right? Also, you know, you can use the same analogy. For example, you buy a house, right? And you know, traditionally, or you know, looking at the near-term history, you realize that your house prices are always going up, right? By 8%, 9%, 10%. And I always say your house price never goes up. It's just basically money being diluted. But anyway, we leave that out and we just say you're buying a house and you see a price go up 10, 20, 30%, whatever, over the next 5 years. Absolutely fine. But then all of a sudden you have a property crash. Well, the same house, instead of going up 30%, might go down 30%. So you're still holding that house. So imagine the same thing. If Bitcoin price goes up and then all of a sudden it takes a dive, well, you're still holding on to the Bitcoin, right? But when you've got companies like these who don't have anything, there's nothing, you're literally just buying it on paper. You're paying for it with your Bitcoin and your cash or whatnot, right? Or I mean, this company was once the bad. They were charging people with Ethereum, with Bitcoin, and with cash, right? So you've gone ahead and given either one of those 3 assets to this particular company without thinking twice. And this company literally did a rug pull, right? Ended up taking all your money, all your assets, whatever you had, and basically just ran off. Just done a complete runner. Gone. Adios, amigos, right? And there's nowhere for you to find them. So, you know, it's the same thing in crypto as well. There are some companies who, you know, come in, make all these promises and whatnot, and then they'll go away. I know I talked about in the video today as well, and I've talked about it with some of the groups previously, and you know, there are like there's another group that I'm involved with, and we have created crypto, right? But we didn't launch it because the project is not finished, so we can't launch it. And we realize that it's very volatile. In fact, in a bull run, anything will succeed. We can make a lot of money, but that's not us, right? So obviously what we're planning to do is once this bull run ends and we come to the bottom of the market at some time, right? whenever the market stabilizes, I think is the more fair word to use, because of what I think the bull run, what will happen in this bull run, right? So that's the story for another day, but leave it in the comments, I'll answer it if you want, right? But I don't think this bull run is going to be going to end similar to every other bull run that we've ever had, because it's a super cycle. It's a brand new thing. We've never seen this before, and there are other fundamentals involved and other logic and maths involved as well. Anyway, cut the long story short. So yeah, this there are crypto companies out there who come out and say, we promise to do this, we promise to do that, we promise to do this, and raise so much money from people by selling their tokens, and then they won't do anything, and then they've collected all these Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then they just throw a runner. But the funny thing is a lot of the bag holders will still be holding the bag and still be selling the bags and promoting the bags. In fact, there's a really good one, actually, I just remembered. BitTorrent. Anybody remember BitTorrent, right? And I have lost a significant amount of money on BitTorrent, by the way, so I'll be honest with you, I did fall for that as well, but those were my early days, right? BitTorrent did a rug pull. It went on for years, right? Few years it went on for. It looked good, it looked solid. It was a proper digital currency, by the way, a proper digital currency, but the model wasn't sustainable. Now, on those early days, I didn't understand it. I thought, okay, it does work, it looks good, it is paying, and I've done withdrawals and tests and everything seemed okay, it seemed legit, right? So, I went in and I lost a significant amount of money when they basically decided to go. But, and this is the funny part, BitTorrent token still exists, and some people still trade it. How funny is that, right? So there's a company that's completely vanished. The coin is obviously decentralized, but some people still actually hold on to the bags and trade it, even for a few dollars, I believe, right? So this is what I want you to understand, that a coin could survive, but that doesn't mean the coin has any value, because there's nobody behind the coin, right? Depends on the fundamentals of that coin, right? So there are plenty of, there are hundreds of coins coming out literally every day. Some succeed, some don't, and this is not the end, trust me. There's going to be an explosion of coins, and in fact, if we actually saw every version of Bitcoin fork, if they existed, then we would have had approximately 3,600 or 3,700 versions of Bitcoin, right? But luckily, Bitcoin, the blockchain, the fork, and how the mining works, right? Half the miners didn't mine it, it didn't get accepted, and the chain just died off, right? So it doesn't matter if they forked it or anything 3,600 times, it didn't succeed because nobody wanted those chains. So there are different things going on. You just have to understand it and obviously see exactly what's going on. So yeah, just beware. A hype coin, there's too many bag holders out there. If not, then it's just a pure pump and dump. This is why I've been doing a lot of research with a few people, and I've also said as well, if there is anybody who does blockchain development, I would love to get them involved in the community, and I would love to build something, but more of a collector's piece, nothing of any value. So we just want to have a bit of fun, right? Also, if we can, we want to avoid any monetary value to it as well. If we can. I don't think we can, because if we do build it on the layer 2 solution, yes, the fees won't exist or probably be very low. However, the coin will still have some sort of an association with Ethereum. So there is some money involved, but it's not something I'm taking off you or I will take off you. So that's what I wanted to explain. It's just going to be a pure fan token. But again, we're just working on it. Let me see. We might just make about 20,000 or maybe 200,000 coins and just have that in circulation. Could be even 2 million or something like this. I don't know yet. I don't know the number. But we'll have a look and create a protocol where basically, the coin only grows in value over time based on certain mathematics and tokenomics, basically. If we can achieve that, I think it would be quite awesome. No central party, completely governed by the people, have a built-in mechanism to burn a certain number of coins and only have a certain number of coins remaining. Literally creating scarcity. But also, it will be a lesson for everybody to understand that you can make coins and you can code it in such a way that you can actually create a coin with pure value, a attached to it. And also you can create coins that have zero value, and then bag holders end up basically, you know, pumping and dumping. So it's literally just changing hands, right? So somebody who bought it, who's lost a lot of money, waits for a pump comes along, they offload and like get the hell out of there. Another person buys because the price is going up, and they end up being the bag holder, right? So I know this is a long one, but yeah, just wanted to just kind of speak my mind. As I said, I'm going to be doing a lot more of these drive time videos. While I drive, I just speak to you guys, and you know, just pass on little messages or something that's in my head, kind of like a vlog, right? But not a vlog, because a vlog is usually you know, video log, right? But more of an audio log, right? Let's create a new one, call it the audio log, and you know, hopefully educate people and keep people on the right path. So that's it. Anyway, guys, like, share, subscribe. I don't have to repeat that, do I? Also, I'm not a financial advisor, so you do you, I do me, and I'll catch you on another video. Thank you very much.